What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol ENPH for Enphase Energy. On the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First things first, I need to let you know they gave us an earnings announcement after the bell today, so let's flip on the extended hours session here and see what's going on with the number. And would you look at that? Nice move to the upside here. Whenever we're dealing with a gap up, we always want to know where the overnight high is. The forecasted open, let's just drop it down a little bit there, and then we'll, of course, put in the high of today's session. And please keep in mind also that a lot can happen between now and 9:30. These numbers are subject to change, so please adjust accordingly. But what we're about to discuss is a framework to help us navigate this gap up open. So here's what we're looking at. Whenever we're dealing with gap, could be in either direction. We always have scenario number one as being the gap and trap. And what that looks like is opening here, failing to attract new buyers up and over the overnight high, looking for shorts back down through the open to close the gap to today's high at 145.64. Now, because the gap is so large, it's kind of larger than the traditional range of a day in Enphase, we would take out our Fibonacci's and look for a half gap fill. So coming from here up to the forecasted opening print, half gap is the line in the middle, of course, so we'll go right here, and that number is going to be around 156.50s. The other thing I would point out from the daily perspective before we talk a little bit more nuance is look at this, right? We technically had an inverted head and shoulders. We did break the neckline here. Maybe it starts to become a new reversal to the upside inside of Enphase. So those are the indications that I'm seeing here. The flip side of this coin would be the gap and go. I'm sure the one a lot more people want to hear about, and that's looking like an open here, some sort of bullish consolidation that never really takes out the open, looking for a long up through the overnight high to get us into the next daily area of resistance, which I'm clearly seeing from right around in here, around 190. Do keep in mind that both of the critical moving averages are converging at the very same point right here, so maybe that's a significant overhead resistance, roughly 173 on our daily time frame. If you're a more conservative trader, I would probably watch for some sort of consolidation around there, and then the break to get us into that 190 target coming from that prior shelf of resistance. So that's what I've got for you inside of Enphase. It's all going to boil down to the gap and trap or the gap and go here. If we just look at where we're at location-wise, Enphase has done this before, right? You can clearly see that we're in this range. We're at the bottom. Maybe it makes a move to the top end of the range. In the prior earnings cycle from right around in here, you can see we got the gap up. We ran. We made a new all-time high well outside of the range here. So I'm not saying it has to be bullish, but Enphase does have a history of sort of being bullish around earnings. You can see that move higher there as well. Earnings kind of in here, not so much, right? There's an example of it going a little bit worse. Same thing in here, right? So all things considered could go either way, but you now have the framework to put into place to navigate the opening bell. If you enjoyed today's video or learned anything new, let me know in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description. And all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.